some memories, something I talked about in the interview before I came out here. All the different uniforms we've worn at this ballpark, and I see that tradition is continuing. Fireworks every night, not only on the field, but the ones behind the stadium. Some of the fondest memories. But being in Reading, for me at the time, was a step up coming from Clearwater. Had a great first half, a not so good second half, not knowing what's going to happen, but also knowing that if I got a chance to get the AA, if I made it here in Reading, the pressure, playing against all the organizations, top prospects, you find out who you are. If I can succeed here, AAA is just basically a holding cell for me getting to the big leagues. So for me, this was the preliminary step to get into the big leagues. Playing against the top prospects, playing in such an intimate environment, playing under expectations, playing in front of fans that actually love everything about the Reading Phillies. But with that love also comes a responsibility for us in the dugout every time we came out here to perform. You guys expected us to win. You guys expected us to give it our best in times that we didn't win. And much like the bigger city up north, when that didn't happen, we knew about it. And that's how it's supposed to be. So for the guys over there, and even the guys over there, you're not as far away as you may seem. When I came here, I was like, I'm going to go from Reading to the big leagues. Scott Rowland had did a few years before that, and that was my aspiration. So I was always looking forward, looking up. It didn't happen that way. I got knocked on my butt. First month and a half, 2 months of the season, hit 120, 130, but I had to dig in. The fans never gave up on me. They encouraged me. So I had to go work hard, which the batting cage was over in the left field stands, and find out who I was. Knowing the expectations of getting to Reading means you're at that doorstop. You're knocking on that door to the big leagues, but you find out who you are right away. I never lost focus of my dream. I never lost focus of myself. And they kept running me out the shortstop, hitting 130. Next thing you know, I'm hitting 150. I'm hitting 160. I'm hitting 200. Now I'm 80. I'm good now, right? 130 to 170 to 200. I'm good. But I never stopped playing defense. I always knew I had something to contribute every single night. Regardless of what I did in that box, there were two sides of the ball I had to play on. So I did that. And you guys stayed behind me at the time. You encouraged me. And before I know it, I was right back where I was, feeling confidence, the big old smile, joking around with my teammates, and winning some ball games. That all happened here. Like I said, if I felt I did what I needed to do here, AAA was just a holding cell for me. The big leagues were calling, and that all happened right here in Reading. I found out who I was as a player, I had to dig in, and the rest of the story is history. Some of it was there. Some of my fondest memories on the field here, we were playing, it was the Baltimore organization, I believe, and Jason Worth at the time was a catcher. He wore glasses, didn't have the long hair, no beard, he wasn't cool, but he was a catcher. That series, I think we had a 3-game or 4-game series, and I hit like 3 walk-offs in that series, a double and 2 home runs, and so later on, Jason, he still remembers because he's putting the fingers down, so when they lose the game, it's never the pitcher's fault. It's always the catcher's fault for putting the wrong sign down. Just so you know, pitchers are never to blame. But he came up to me, this is many years later, and I find it funny. He was just like, man, I saw you that night, and I said to myself, this is the greatest player ever. That's not even close to the truth, but it was just one of those memories that I remember that series. I was just coming out of a funk, and to go from a funk to 3 walk-off game-winning hits, and then 10, 15 years later, meet the guy behind the plate, which I didn't know he was the guy behind the plate, and he was, you know, scarred by my fondest moments here in Reading. So it was a great time. But more than anything, I never forgot how beautiful this place was, how much fun we had playing here, the team we had, but more than anything, the grind to finding out who you really are and who I was, and that all happened here in Reading. So thank you all. Thank you to the Reading Phillies. Thank you to Baseballtown Hall of Fame for including me this year. And for the guys over there, you're not far. You're not far at all. Keep pushing. Enjoy this time, because it'll be the greatest time you have playing baseball, trust me. Thank you.